Yeah, March 31st, 2026 was my first day going into retirement. This video is to talk about what things I've learned and what I recommend you do, and also give you a little bit of insight on my first year. Yeah, one of the things that you'll notice is that when people have been working, 30, 40 years and they just decide to retire, or they are asked to retire, or health issues come in, they always say that it's good to retire to something. Those who don't retire to something end up doing, I guess, finding out the hard way, sleeping in for uh, till 8, 9, 10, 11, sometimes noon, and, getting a good time to relax, but at the same time, it's becomes a bit of a habit, and then you don't get out of that habit. So, what I recommend is you do exactly what others say, find something to retire to, get up early, follow your same routine as what you did for work, maybe sleep in an extra hour or two. But at the same time, don't get into that habit of just sleeping in and not having something that sparks your interest or gets you wanting to get up in the morning. It's always good to have something like that. A few other things that people should consider before they retire is to have their ducks in a row. I find that a lot of people don't plan it out early enough. I had planned it about a year before I retired without actually knowing I was retiring, but hoping I'd retire at 55. And I found out that, it was a good strategy. I looked at how much money I had saved. I looked at how much I planned to spend during retirement. Also looked at my health, making sure that I'd be okay and maybe retire a bit early. So get doctor's appointments set up, um, talk to your financial advisor, and then read up on your company's policies for retirement, your company's policy on what you need to do before you retire, your pension information, if there's any of that with your company, or checking in with consolidating all your finances into one system, I found was very helpful for me. I know where everything was and how much I had in a daily matter. So it's a good strategy to have. One of my goals in retirement was to downsize, to be able to reduce the amount of items I had, the amount of clutter I had, and at the same time, figure out exactly what we wanted to do. We had a condo that we wanted to move to, but it needed a little bit of work. So planned that out. I got a person set up just before I retired and then had them start working on it. And then downsizing. That was a chore, a lot of work into that. But if you planned it out well, you could use that as a project into retirement. I certainly did. And it felt good getting rid of some of the things that you had for way too long. And at the same time, other people got good use out of it. It wasn't a matter of making money off of the items I sold. Some of it for sure. I was making sure that I wasn't getting rid of something for just the sake of getting rid of something to buy it again. And at the other, also not losing too much money on what I had purchased them for. But everybody seemed to like the prices I put out, and it helped get rid of things quicker rather than just giving them away. There's also always that donation box and bringing things to various donation outlets. That's been very helpful and also helped me quite a bit with understanding what prices to put on in my yard sales as well. So always great to do these kinds of things before you retire and into retirement. And that was a good project for me to downsize, renovate, hire people to help me, and then move in without having too much issues. We also ended up selling our house within a day, whether that's good or bad. It seemed the right price for the neighborhood, and the people who bought it didn't want to tear it down, so that was a great idea as well. Really appreciated that. That was a win-win for us. So something great to look into is downsizing early enough, or having it as a project. Life is what happens to us when we're making other plans. So true. Found that during this early stage of retirement, health issues, financial stock issues, war, who knows what else is up in the next little while. But it's been certainly interesting what's happened within a year, and as soon as you decide to retire, you're looking at your pennies. So it's been interesting to see that. And at the same time, uh, I also don't worry about it too much because I have time, and money is just another tool. But as long as I have my health and I have my time, I think I'll enjoy things in that way. So you can't plan for everything. Things happen, um, but make the best out of it. So week one of retirement, it was interesting. You are looking over your shoulder. You feel like you're playing hooky. You think that you're going to get a phone call or invited to a meeting, but it never happens because, hey, you're not working there anymore. They still had my cell number, so never knew if I'd get a text for, a quick question. But that only happened a couple of times during the first month. But during that first week, it sure felt strange not having been tied to a computer or to a desk, not having employees asking me questions. So it was, quite interesting that way. Now, for the first month retired, that was felt more like a vacation. Still woke up early, but not as early as usual. However, my wife was still working, so I did manage to get up with her most times and see her off for the day, and then watch my morning news, get ready for the day, plan out my day, see what the stock market did over the morning, and continue with my day and enjoy it slowly, and try to enjoy the fact that I am retired and that I could actually not feel guilty not going into work because it's done, right? So that was interesting for the first month. I had for sure that project to do of downsizing and getting our condo ready, selling things, selling our house. It was a good time. Can't say I'm sad about it. It was a long time we lived in the same place, but at the same time, I was ready for a new adventure. So yeah. First month was not too bad, and I really enjoyed it. So one thing that was quite interesting was during the first month, we when we put our house up, it sold within a day. Now, whether that's good or bad, maybe there's some folks in the chat that could put some comments about that. But in my opinion, I think it sold through the right people, right price, and um, there was no real bidding war, but there was potential for one. And yeah, the folks that bought it are actually living in it and didn't put it down to build a mansion like other folks in the neighborhood. So we're happy it went to a nice family, and I hope they have years and years of enjoyment of it. Now, the first 6 months of retirement, that was quite interesting. Uh, I strongly recommend retiring in the spring or retiring into summer. I had so many things to do. I went swimming, biking, went for long walks, explored the neighborhood that I just moved into, got to know the folks in our building a little bit more. And I found that was a really fun first few months before winter came, and quite enjoyed that. I liked the fact that I was getting back into health, watching what I ate, doing a lot of, exercise, and at the same time still getting chores done around the house. I mean, that's not always fun, but I'm glad to be able to help my wife. She's done it so much for years while I was working late, and having a dinner ready for when she got home felt like a nice way of, giving back to what she's done for me for years. So, yeah, a great time in the first 6 months. Another thing that came up was that I was able to um, go away on a trip with my wife, to go visit her family at Christmas time, which I could never do before. There's always year end, month end, other people away. So thoroughly enjoyed going back to see her in-laws or my in-laws and enjoying Christmas with them. Something I wasn't able to do before. So it really felt good to be able to do that. So after summer, of course, it's fall and winter. That's been an interesting time, and share a few things that happened during that time. Again, I did a lot of swimming, a lot of walks. Not so much biking, so I didn't get any of that done. I actually brought my bike in to get repaired. It's an e-bike, um, pedal assist for those that think I'm not getting any exercise. It's been really helpful getting up hills, and when you have bad knees, it's great to still be able to go out there. Biking is something I've done since I was 3 years old, so 50 years after that, it's fine having an e-bike. Maybe add your comments on that, but only the positive ones I'll read. Yeah, during the winter, I also helped my grandson with learning how to play guitar. I'm surprised that he was picking it up so quick. At first, I didn't want to push it on him, but I offered at any time he wanted to learn. So he came up to me, asked me to teach him, and we've been meeting once a week for say about 3 months now, and he's really picking it up. Looking forward for him to keep learning on his own as well, but at the same time offering some feedback and helping him with learning some new songs and material. That's been quite good. Yeah, and during the winter, I also ended up getting my music room ready, putting some sound proofing because we're in an apartment. Didn't want to bother the neighbors too much. It's helped a little bit. And at the same time, started songwriting again, which I kind of put on the sidelines for many years. I probably wrote like one song a year at the most over the time of my career, I guess, maybe even less than that. But I'm looking forward to getting back into that. I've been doing a lot of learning, reading. I went to a workshop where somebody was showing the craft, so that was kind of cool. Got to meet some other musicians, and I've been hitting some open stages, playing some of my material, playing some covers as well. But it's been nice getting back into that. So one interesting thing is that I thought winter would not be as fun. In the future, we're hoping to retire somewhere else and retire somewhere. I shouldn't say retire, but spend the winters in a warmer climate. But it's been pretty cool that my wife is retiring right away. But this winter, I got to stick around and spend some time, getting things ready for our retirement together, planning, but exercising as well. Still, yeah, the winter's gone right by. It's just hard to tell that it's winter because we still have snow on the ground here, and it's almost April. So it'll be interesting to see how next year looks. We're planning not to be around for that, but who knows, right? Life changes, plans change, but our goal is to be away during the winter. Well, that's pretty much my video for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Put some comments. Share your thoughts on retirement if you're planning to retire soon or looking forward to retiring, or if you have retired already. It's always nice to help others out and sharing some comments. I'm looking forward to having more subscribers in the next little while. So please pass my video around, and we'll talk to you soon. Maybe in three months from now, I'll share some more of my retirement expeditions.